And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First down 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here we go. Flying 80. Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to find Gallup here complete. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. With Cole Beasley now in Buffalo, you think that might open up some more targets for Michael Gallup. Last year as a rookie, 33 catches for the Dallas Cowboys. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Big ass, big ass, big ass. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam.
Here's the man who's led the league in rushing twice in 3 seasons, Ezekiel Elliott. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
47. Switch it, hey. 56 to Mike, boys, 56.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I got you.
Throwing, Prescott. And he whips that one incomplete there. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
I'm playing the wrong football. Hey, kill. 56, Mike, 56. Go.
Prescott from the gun. He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Montez Sweat in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. So on fourth down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Haskins and the Redskins come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And he works free. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A Redskin first down, the pickup 15 yards.
Nice move there by Darius Geis, and he got on my radar in 2016 when he was filling in a lot for Leonard Fournette because he had ankle issues at LSU. And the first time I saw him play, over 200 yards on the ground, a lot of long runs, but he also broke a lot of tackles as well. That's why people had him on their radar for this draft and think that he can be a featured runner, and Washington's counting on it.
They run with Adrian Peterson, the second active leading rusher in the NFL. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Now on 2nd and 13. Haskins. It's caught by Garcon. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And able to find Garcon. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's do this.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Haskins to throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Check 24, check 24. 66, move, now. 25, check 25.
Looking to throw, Haskins. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike.
Now Haskins, third and long. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So on fourth down, the Redskins will call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. Hey, pick your game up. We're going to 54, right here.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. And he'll take this one up to about the 6-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, last year on Thanksgiving when the Cowboys and Redskins met, that was sort of the Dallas coming out party for Amari Cooper. A lot of people were questioning that trade, but on that Thanksgiving Day game, Cooper 8 catches, 180 yards, 2 touchdowns. The Cowboys would get the victory and really turn things on and end up making the playoffs. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to have a third down.
Go right in. Check, 55 to Mike. I 47. Mike 55, Mike 55. Go. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety. After one, it's 9-0. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. This will be fielded at the 17. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The
Leverage.
big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A huge play there for Washington. 48 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check 31, check 31.
Throwing now, Haskins on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now a give, right side, it's Geis. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Come on, 18 running. 18 running. 54. Let's go. You must be dreaming. Mine's 54. Mine's 54. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Haskins on 3rd down. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Great quarter route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
I got him. Check. Hey, kill. Here we go, go to 54, line in. SOS. He's checking. Crash.
Elliott. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League.
Here we go, 46. 56.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
56, right there, 56. I'm going to come back to you. Go, get out there. 56. Mike's 56.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
47. Under. He's moving. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. And we're going to 54. Line in.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And that is incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They go play action now. Haskins. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Malik Collins coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Here's Tressway now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Austin. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. An NFL update, 2nd quarter now in Jacksonville. It's the Colts in that one that have grabbed the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
'56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Here we go, 46.
To throw is Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
We're going to 54, right? 56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Prescott. Oh, Prescott stripped.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Well, that last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on third.
Mike's 56. Stay with your man. Slim. Here we go, going to 53. Hey, switch gears. Here we go, going to 54, going to 54. Line. 26.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow.
A 6-yard loss.
So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
56 to Mike. 56 is the Mike. Exit. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Now Haskins to throw on 2nd down. Looking for his tight end read, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Right there, 56. I'm coming for you. You mine.
They'll try and get the running game going with Elliott. Broken tackle. Tackle made by the Pro Bowl safety Landon Collins.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Line. Gun. I'm coming for you, son. Hey, check Mike. Watch it, you find.
Prescott now steps away to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check, 55 to Mike. 55 to Mike. Here we go, D. All day, defense, all day.
Now Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy first down. Boy, you got to think that having the 37-year-old veteran Jason Witten back at tight end is going to be great for Dak Prescott for plays just like that. And you think to last year when Witten wasn't there, it was kind of a rotating carousel. They had Blake Jarwin, Jeff Swaim, Rico Gathers, Dalton Schultz. But Witten back out there and doing his thing again.
Rush in, rush in. We're going to 54,
First down, Prescott. He's got the connection to Cooper. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. On first down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Mike's 56. I'm scared. Here we go, 47. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. 26.
Here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper. That's complete. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much.
And he will not get away. He's sacked back around the 3-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire that sometimes goes away a little bit when you build up a lead. You think you've got it going, and you also think at any moment I can go ahead and go back to the way it was before. You and I both know it's not that easy once you get off the gas a little.
Yeah, they don't want to see this lead diminish anymore. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 2nd and 12, Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He gets this one to Garcon. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Let him know, let him know.
Play action. Haskins. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Second and 10 now. Haskins. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 56 to Mike. 56.
Now Haskins on first down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jeremy Sprinkle, his first touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical is one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, you mentioned that slowly but surely, you also drain clock too with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Mike, 56, right there.
On first and 10, Prescott. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Michael Gallup, that's who he was looking for, but it's going to be second down. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Go out. Sweat. Hey. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check. 56. We're going to 52. Hey.
Prescott to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now Prescott. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Watching you five. I got it. Mike, 55. Close. Mike. Hey, check.
Throwing. Prescott. He finds Austin complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
We're going to 54. Why ain't? Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it. Watch twist. Watch 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5. That's the end of the 3rd quarter.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
47. Go. Get out there. Banjo. Mike 55. Hey, 47. Mike 55. 26.
To the air again, Prescott. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
We go 46. Mark 55. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. 26.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Got an open man, the tight end Jarwin. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Here we go. Watching you drive. Get that quarterback. And all caught. 26.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now on 2nd and 13, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
90 isn't Mike. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Out.
Prescott from the gun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 14.
First down. First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here we go. 6, right there, 56. I don't even know why this team showed up. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target, and it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
They're running it. 26.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
6 guys. We're going to 53.
Prescott yet again. Oh, eluding the tackle. That's Elliott, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys cut into that lead. Brett Maher on for the extra point. It is true, the lead cut to 10, 23-13. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. He juked him. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's caught inside the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 54 yards. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
On first down, it's Haskins. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jordan Reed with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Prescott. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the 4th quarter here. You've held a team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. 1, 2, 3.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on. Mike, 55.
The Cowboys will go. Prescott eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He gets it to Sims, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. In for the score. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down
caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Danny. Kill. Then we're going to 53. 26.
Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. The Cowboys on third down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Cooper's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and the Dallas first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
And again, it's Prescott. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's going to find Gallup here complete. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 28.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Check Mike. Watch 55. Yo. Here we go, 46. Check the hot read.
10th carry now for Elliott. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Jason Witten, the intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
3rd down and 10.
Here we go, 56 is the mic. All right, T, let's turn. All right, T. Done. Check. Motion out of the backfield. Here we go, 47. 56, Mike, 56. Hey, what do you think?
Prescott down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Dominique Rodgers-Cromartie. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. So a victory here for the Washington Redskins. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for the Redskins, a final win means they will finish off the regular season at a very strong 12-4. And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they wanted desperately to finish at 500, but that won't happen, as it'll be a 7-9 season in the end. And they can take solace in the fact that this team never quit all the way to the end. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.